You was hearing with the mic. You was hearing with the microphone. Okay. So now can you hear me? Okay, great. Great. If you can hear my fan in the background, I'm sorry. But I'm telling you, I need some, I gotta have me some air going over here because I gets hot. Plus I'm drinking coffee. But today, I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so glad that you can hear me now because apparently I couldn't be heard in the beginning, but I'm glad that you guys can hear me now. Thank you for letting me know. Please make sure tell everybody to come over and hear me right now because you know what? God has given me a word and I have to share it. And yesterday, I was supposed to go live yesterday. And I felt I was just feeling so sick yesterday. And I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it yesterday. But today, even this morning, I still didn't feel as great this morning. But you know what? I said, today I have to push through. I got to push through today. And I can't let anything stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do. And when I tell you that it seemed like I've had every obstacle put in my way, and I know that ain't nothing but the devil was trying to stop me from saying what I needed to say. But then it was God telling me too, you are bigger than what you are going through. And sometimes we smile, even when we don't feel like smiling. I was taught at a young age to never let somebody see what you're going through. Even when you're going through, you continue to smile. Oof. So a lot of times people don't know your struggles, right? And I know that this is what I was meant to say today. I was meant to not talk about me and my struggles or but I am going to share just to let people know that, your testimony is only your test. And it wouldn't be a testimony without a test, right? So being in business for yourself is hard. It is. It's hard. When you are a business owner and you are trying to do this on your own, you have stepped out of corporate and stepped out on faith, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're stepping out on faith when you step into your own arena. But I'm not going to say that, being a business owner is everybody's purpose, because everyone has their own purposes. God has a plan for everyone. But even in the plan that he has for you, you are to be a steward of others, right? So even with that being said, I still, being in fashion, I know that when I look good, I feel good. So I know that my purpose is helping others to feel good about themselves, even when sometimes you just never know what someone is going through. So when you don't know what somebody is going through, a word, your hello, could change a person's life. Your beautiful could change a person's life. Your smile could change a person's life. And I think that that is absolutely something that we need to understand, that the plan is bigger than us. And this was God telling me to say these things today, you know, because the word, your plan is not always your purpose. That is the word today. Your plan is not always your purpose. Ooh. Now let me tell you, even going through something, because not everybody know what you're going through. You know what? I came from having 2 store locations to being right here in this space. Yes, your plan is not always your purpose. It is not. Because your purpose is bigger than your plans. It's bigger than your plans. So that is what God had me to do today. Even though I was going to talk about those. I was going to talk about those things. And even with me talking about these things, it still falls within the line of the divine. Because when you are in business, when you are a business owner, let alone a Black business owner, let's just keep it real. Because you know what? I love all people and all walks of life. But as a Black woman and as a Black woman business owner, now we have grown in so many ways. We have grown. And women business owners, it's 164% growth. That is amazing. It is amazing. And I love to see people stepping into their own zones. No matter what your business is. You know, if it's something that you want to do, do it. Do it. I would tell anybody to do it. Don't be afraid. Because you know what? Sometimes it may seem like you're failing. And for a moment, I felt that way. Like I failed. But, no, it's not a failure. Because anytime you step out on faith and you do something for yourself, you are not failing. You are overcoming. You are overcoming the fear of being able to do something on your own. You are coming from the place of complacement. Because see, we can become complacent in corporate America, because you know what, that's your guaranteed check. But at the same time, you are making someone else rich. You're making the corporation rich, and they're going to pay you pennies on the dollar. But once you have had a taste of working for self, and you know what, and you stepped out stepped out on faith, and you start doing it for yourself, when you refuse to start. Yes, that is absolutely true. But when you step out on faith, and you know what, people will tell you, don't do it. Don't do it. But you don't allow anybody to direct your footsteps. Because see, sometimes some people are meant to be on the first floor, and they're going to stay on the first floor until they're prepared to get on that elevator. See, you stay on that first floor out of fear of going up the elevators because you don't know what's up there. And sometimes when you step on the elevator and they stay on the first floor, but you know what? You conquered that. No, I'm getting on this elevator. I'm about to see what's on the top floor. So that being said, it's always levels to everything. You know, you may start at the first floor, but you can end up on the top. But you'll never know that if you don't get on those elevators. What you talking about, Tina? What I'm talking about is not allowing someone else to orchestrate your footsteps. Because, see, not everybody is meant to go to the top with you. But I guarantee you, when you decide that you're going to walk away from what other people are doing and you get on those elevators because you want to know what's at the top. And they just going to look at you crazy. And then you have some of them that'll wait on you to come back down. Oh, she'll be back down. So you have those that will wait and look for your downfall. Did I just say something? Because you had the courage to get on those elevators to see what's going on the top floor. You got those that are still saying that she'll be back down because they're afraid to see what's at the top. But then you know what? You may have some that say, well, I can't get on that. I can't get on the elevator with you because I'm afraid of heights. But I'll take the stairs. See, those are the ones, that's your tribe. That is your tribe. Yes. See, they may not be ready to get on the elevator with you, but they are with you because they're taking the stairs. They're going to take the stairs because they're afraid of the elevators. But then you have some that just want to stay on the first floor. And so that's called weeding out the ones that's with you and the ones that's not. And that's why in business, you will have some that will support you. You will have some that become jealous of you because you are doing something that they are afraid of doing. You see, that's why I say, the message here is a confirmation to my message. Absolutely. You know what? And see, God sends us messages through others as confirmation. And because sometimes, you're talking to yourself and you asking yourself, God, is this, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And again, you will have those who will push you through, those that will stand behind you and empower you and encourage you. Because even sometimes the encourager need encouragement. Remember that. Sometimes the encourager needs encouraging. Because you're always the one to say the prophetic word to others. But sometimes you need to be feeding it to yourself as well. But then sometimes you need to hear it from somebody else. And I know that I'm one of those. I'm going to encourage you to do great things. Because you know what? I've learned. Could you believe I nearly passed your live stream because I am walking? But I was redirected. See, that was nobody but God. Nobody but God. And even if somebody go back and play this, if you're not in the room right now, because it's not meant for you to hear it right now. But if you come across this video, that means it is meant for you in that moment. Because everybody is on a journey. Everybody is trying to get somewhere, you know? But if you need to hear it, if you need to hear a word of encouragement, then it is a word of encouragement. Because even if it seems like you failed, it's not a failure, because guess what? You did something. I will be facing the most pain, but I will, to someone, yes. And you know what? The thing about me is, I try to stay in good energy. And there are so many things that are going on, but I do feel the shift in energy that's going on right now. I do feel like we are living in exciting times in this moment. I do. And I know that many of us are feeling it, but don't know what we're feeling. That's because things are shifting. There's a shift that's going on. And some are afraid of change. And the ones that are afraid of change, you can tell. And those of us that are not afraid of change, you can tell. You know? Because life is ever evolving. And you have to either evolve with it or perish. So I'm still evolving. Even in this lifetime, I'm evolving with life. Oh, I got part of this word earlier in written form and had to get the spoken. Now, let me tell you something. I had everything laid out to what I was going to say today, because sometimes, you go on script. You go on script. But life is not a script. Because I know for a lot of us, life is lifing. Life is lifing right now. Yes. And for me too, life is lifing. But I know that this too shall pass. I know that God has bigger things in store for me. I've seen the things that is a part of what God has in store for me. And sometimes, again, your plan may not be your purpose in that moment, but it could still be a part of your plan, you know? And sometimes we have to shift to start. But I decided to wait for you to get started. I appreciate you, because you know what? Let me tell you something. If only one person, if I only got through to one person today, I did what I was supposed to do. Yes. My plans was to talk about, focus, and yes, it was going to talk about, even though I've had to pivot into working from, even though I had to pivot and work from home for a little bit, run my store in my home for a while. Because see, God is preparing me for something much more greater than this, And in the midst of the preparation, because I know it's something bigger, and it's something bigger for us all, and God is reconnecting his collectives. And that's why a lot of us are connecting right now in this moment. I do not believe in accident. I know that everything is by design. Everything is by design. So this is part of the design. And let me tell you, as one, and even when I'm going through, sometimes you don't even realize your own strength. You don't even realize your own talents. A lot of us don't. But a lot of us are afraid to step into that. But I'm here to tell you not to be. I'm here to tell you that I was in corporate for 30 plus years. As a mother, you know, you as a single parent, you stay in your focus is your children. Your focus is your children. So you know what? I stayed in corporate America, making sure that I was doing what I needed to do for my kids, and that they had what they had. You know, had the things that they needed and some of the things that they wanted, because they couldn't get all of the things that they wanted, right? But it's not something that we all can do. It's not something that it's not something that we're all privileged to do. Is being able to step out. But I know where I can say where I messed up. Well, I wouldn't even say messed up. I will say that I have taken everything, and put it invested into myself. I've invested into myself, and I've never really been one that was afraid to invest into myself. But I did want to wait until, hey, my kids are adults, then I can choose to go into the business that I want, something that I have a passion for, something that I have a love for. It was where you had to be. Absolutely. That was where I was doing what I had to do at the time. You're right. You know? But then, at the same time, had I taken my money and invested into myself at the time, I could probably be so much further ahead. Yes. Because the one thing I've learned is that if you don't believe in you, who will? If you don't believe in you, and if you don't believe in your talents, then who will? And over time, one thing I can say is we are overcomers. We are resilient human beings. Humans are very resilient. And even in times when I want to give up, it's not. Hey there. Welcome to the live. Welcome to Sister Sip TV. I thank you for coming and tuning in. Even when I want to give up, it's something in me saying, no, you can't give up. You keep pushing, because I have something better for you. I have great things ahead for you. I wouldn't have never thought. I've always kept a journal. But even with keeping my journal, it led me to writing my own book. And so now, you know, that's why I say God would use you in ways that you never know, you know. And my book is actually available on Amazon. You know, you can get it on Amazon. But the title of my book is From Brokenness to Becoming Unbreakable. To Becoming Unbreakable. And it's a self-help guide to healing. So this is all, yes. See, it's all part of, let me tell you again, this is all part of the journey. This is all part of our journey. And so sometimes I have to go back and reflect in certain chapters, you know, because it's a self-help guide to healing from within. I'm going to have to add the link to my book in my profile. But Sometimes you have to go back to certain chapters yourself and remind yourself of who you are and how you get there. So I know today, even though I was going to talk about all of these things that I've went through, but God said it ain't about you today. It's about other people that need to hear. They need to hear your word of encouragement to tell them that you too can do it. Even though it may not seem like it, don't give up on you. Don't give up on you. We are here for a purpose. And you have to walk in your truth, whatever it is. So if you want to start that business, start that business. Even though I used every dime that I had to start my businesses. Every dime I invested into myself. And a lot of times small businesses have to pivot because the capital, they may not have access to the capital. Hey, Jeannie, they may not have access to the capital or know how to get it. And I'm going to say this for a lot of black businesses. A lot of black businesses, small business owners, a lot of us, we use our own money to start our businesses. And this is why, a lot of us end up having to close our doors. And then, we have to pivot and readjust so we can reopen. But again, it's that means to come back in, to come back into it, because it's not over for you. Just know that. If you are one of those businesses that had to close your doors, just know you may be closed, but God has bigger doors that are getting ready to open for you. Bigger doors that are getting ready to open. So prepare yourself. Don't sulk in your misery. Don't do that, because there are great things ahead. And so this was, even though I had everything that I was going to be saying today written down, because I wanted to talk about how when it comes to those who support you, when you think that your supporters are the people that love you, or your friends, no, those are not your biggest supporters. Being in retail, I have learned that my biggest supporters are strangers. Strangers has become family for me. Strangers have become my family. That's why, so you know what? When God has bigger things for you, it is not the family and your friends that will rise to the top with you. It is the strangers because they become your family. They become your family. And see, those that were sitting by the side when you was getting your businesses and stuff together, people only see the finish. They don't see what you go through when you are building. Yes, they don't see what you go through when you're building a business. They only see what happens after it's all set up and pretty. But the behind the scenes is where all the work is. That's where your work is, behind the scenes. And then that's when you need them the most, right? That's when you need the help. You need the help behind the scene. Because see, when it's all said and done, what you are seeing is the results of all the hard work that you have had to put into it. So I've learned that if people are not around for you when the hard work is going, when you're putting in the hard work, if they're not there for you when you putting in all that hard work, guess what? Them not your people. Them not your people. That's why the saying is, not everybody is meant to go to the top with you. It's levels to everything. It's levels to everything. So yes, you can be looking beautiful. I'm telling you, because one thing about me is I'm going to put on some clothes, y'all. But then again, fashion is my thing, right? I'm in retail. I'm in fashion. But sometimes I don't feel that great. Sometimes I'm not feeling that great when I put these clothes on. You don't know my struggles. You don't know what I'm going through. But let me tell you, you will get through, because you got to go through to get to. You got to go through to get to. And that's the truth. So I know that a lot of us, we're here. I never thought that I would be sitting here having this conversation with you guys. Turning to YouTube, starting a YouTube channel, because I am a people's person. I like being in the presence of people, But God said, not right now. God said, not right now. This is your presence. Because even though you see people coming in and out your doors in your business, it's other people that need to hear what you need. It's other people that need to hear your story. Because a lot of times your story is their story too. So you need to be the word for others all across the world. So this stage has become bigger than my stores any day. If you understand what I'm saying. It has become bigger. So right now, this is where I need to be. I don't believe it's by accident at all. This is what I was supposed to do today. So the word was not about me today. The word was to encourage others today. And in my encouraging others, I'm still motivating me too. I'm still motivating me too. So I have met a community of people. Really, I have met a community of people that are wonderful. I appreciate the community. I really do. Because again, everyone that I am meeting in this space, it's by divine design. It's not by accident. So I know that I was meant to meet everyone that I am meeting, because we all need to be lifted. And today was my day to lift somebody else. And to remind somebody else that you are bigger than your problems. Problems don't last forever. Troubles don't last forever. We know the word. Weeping endured for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So understand. As a matter of fact, understand that you are walking in your truth. If you are here right now, then you are doing exactly what God has designed for you to do. If you are hearing me right now, then it is absolutely meant for you to hear what I'm saying right now. Because I know that I am bigger. I am bigger than my issues. Much bigger. And as you can tell with the noise in the background that I am home. I'm not home alone because you can hear everything that's going on around me. You can't get no realer than that, right? But absolutely, absolutely. But I want other people to understand that today is a new day. It's a new day today. And if today you decided to start your YouTube channel, then guess what? I'm here to confirm that it was meant for you to do that. Whatever your business is, whatever your desire is, do it. Don't let nobody deter you from doing exactly what it is that you want to be doing because of their own fear of not doing it. Because that's exactly what it is. Fear. And fear will hold us back. Fear will keep us unhappy. Fear will keep us, it will hold you down. It will make you sick. It really will. So this, if I can be, if I can be of encouragement to anyone today, I hope that I empower you to move forward in whatever it is that you are wanting to do in life, because this is the only life that we have. And we are meant to be stewards. We are meant to be stewards. So that means that we are here to encourage others to live in their purpose. We're here to encourage others to live in their purpose and not somebody else's. Because let me tell you something, in running your own business, people think that when you run your own business that it's easy and that you have a lot of money. But yeah, you make money. Yes, absolutely, you make money. But then you paying it all out. You know, especially when you have to get your products, you know, your overhead, you think about all of those things that you have to pay. And I can tell you for a fact that when it comes to retail, let me just be honest. Not all retail is fair when it comes to how we are charged for products. And, you know, I've heard sometimes that people will say they want you to devalue what your product, because they may be able to go get it somewhere else for cheaper. Well, guess what? When you go to one of those other stores, understand that store is under a corporation. Understand that it's under corporations. That's why small businesses matter. Small businesses matter. And it is the corporations that you know, that are really taking over. They want to knock us out. They want to knock us out the box. They want to knock us out the box. And they make it harder for us, small businesses. And that's why you have so many of them that, yeah, y'all are doing better than the small businesses because y'all are corporations. So you know what? You're able to open up these chains of stores. You're able to charge a less amount because you have more than one location. You're under a big corporation. But you know what? The people that you use in your storefronts, I'm gonna just give me just 1 second to allow this person to finish doing what they're doing, and you know, and not not interrupting me because I can't even hear myself. I'm supposed to do it. Exactly. If I'm hungry. They do. They buy in bulk. And even though we buy in bulk, you know, we can buy in some bulk, but it's still in smaller packages. So we're still going to pay more. And that's how they knock us out. That's how they knock us out. And then they overcharge us to rent spaces. They know exactly, it's by design to try to keep us down. But again, we are resilient. But when they have people working in their store locations, they have people to work in their store locations that look just like me, right? They have people in their store locations that look just like me to be the front face in our communities, and they pay them pennies on a dollar, and they're still making all the money. That's why so I could absolutely, and I could tell you guys so much. I could talk so much about this, even when it comes to stock. And oh my goodness, I'm going to talk about that one day. Today is not the day I'm going to talk about that, because even with that, you're still making them rich, and you're still only getting pennies on a dollar. You're only still getting pennies on a dollar. That's why you have these big corporations are the ones that's making all the money. But and they choke the small businesses out of business and have you to depend on them. That's why Walmart is Walmart. That's why Amazon is Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You have these big corporations, and then you have to go and look at who own these corporations. Who has these big dollars? Who has these big dollars? And they want to keep all the money. So it just tells you about the greed of people. It tells you about the greed of people. But you know what? We have to value ourselves. We have to. We have to value ourselves and invest into our own. And when I say into our own, I'm saying into our own selves. We have to invest into our own selves. And a lot of the capital, no, we don't. We really don't have access to that capital, because it's a lot of the big corporations that's taking it all. And then when you think about that, it's a lot of the big corporations that don't really pay the taxes like we have to pay. So it's the rich getting richer and the poor not getting a damn thing. If you understand what I'm saying. Absolutely. And yes, they do move online with low quality. And that's why even with my e-commerce store, I have it to where you can email me, where you can ask me about certain things that are on my website. Because I believe in quality. I love quality things because they last longer. And what people don't realize, I can tell you in retail, what people don't realize is that when you think that you're getting a good deal because you're exactly, it is by design. When you think that you're getting a good deal because it's cheaper, well, let me tell you the secret to that. It's cheaper because it's cheaper product. And guess what? After you wash it 2 or 3 times, you got to go back and buy some more. So in reality, you're going to spend more money on the cheaper things than you would on something that you buy and you spend quality. If you pay quality, you may pay a little bit more for quality, but you're going to pay a lot more for quantity because you have to go and buy more jeans. You have to go and buy more of this because the other stuff, you done washed it 2 or 3 times and it's no good. Pretty much. So in that exact moment, guess what you just did? You just made that corporation that much more richer. Not thinking that if you think about all that you just put into that corporation when you spent them dollars. When you spent them dollars, you just made that corporation richer. Exactly. So if you want cheap, then yeah, by all means go there. But understand that we're not in competition with other smaller businesses. We're in competition with big corporations. we're in competition with big corporations, and that's why it's so important for us to support small businesses. Buy local, because if you buy and you support small businesses in your community, guess what? The dollars is coming back into those communities. But if you're buying from these big corporations and they're in your community and they have you as the front man, that money is not coming back into your community. That money is going into their communities. They're big, rich communities. Just so you know. So, so those are some of the things that I was going to talk about. But understand that your support team is not who your support system is not who you think it is. Your support system it's strangers. And I want you to know, and I want you to be encouraged today that even if it seems hard, it's okay. It's okay. It's not going to last. You're going to get through it. We all going to get through it. And I'm so grateful for exactly. We sure do. That's absolutely correct. But we're going to get through this, and I am so glad. I'm so grateful for the community. I'm so grateful for my channel, and starting this channel probably was the best thing that I have done in a while, because it's almost like an outlet too, because to share what you're going through or to encourage somebody else. I know that I'm not the only one that has a story, and I know that I'm not the only one that needs encouraging. So that's why it's so important for us to encourage one another. That's why it's so important for us to support each other's channels, because everyone wants to monetize. This is part of the shift. This is the new way. And we're all on a new path. This is all part of our journey. I know it's not the destination, but it is part of the journey. So I just want to be of encouragement to everyone that come across this channel today. And if I say anything that is of significance to you, let me know. Leave me a comment. Support the channel, and I shall to return the support. Because if we support each other, we all can grow and we all can get monetized. Because I tell you, it's something that we can learn from each other. And I promise you, I ain't been here 52 years for nothing. So I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But I'm sure it's something that I can say to you that will be of encouragement to you. So I hope that I have been of encouragement today. And the next time I come on, then I will talk about maybe some of the outfits and stuff that I have sitting behind me. As you can see, I got plenty of stuff in here, and not everything that I have in my home store is on my online store. But I will leave a link to my book in my profile. And the next time I come on, I will do some give you some fashion tips and look at some things that I have here. So if you see something behind me that you may be interested in, we can do some shopping, and I can send it to you. But until then, I do appreciate Power and Redemption. I appreciate everyone that has been in this chat today, but I appreciate you listening. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate you listening to me. But like I said, in this moment, I know everybody has a lot going on right now. But if you come across this video, it is meant for you to listen to it. So I do appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And I look forward to talking to you again. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share it with a friend, because you know what? It may not have been what you needed to hear, but you know somebody who needed to hear this today. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much.